What would your reaction be if I told you that from the months of October 2022 and December 2022, the U.S. borders have seized enough fentanyl to kill every American 5 times over? This is what lawmaker Tim Burchett reported during a congressional hearing on border security. I have been researching the facts about our border security and am here to present some problems and solutions in regard to our border security. Lawmaker Tim Burchett cited Customs and Border Patrol figures that showed 9,400 pounds of fentanyl were stopped from entering the country during these 3 months. We as Americans need to increase border security and protocol in order to keep our country safe from illegal aliens. Because our borders are under attack and we are underprotected, we as the American people are faced with record high levels of fentanyl pouring into our country, an increase of threat in regard to national security, and illegal immigrants are costing taxpayers billions of dollars. So let's begin by talking about fentanyl overdosing, the threats to our borders, and how it is costing us billions of dollars. Fentanyl is 50 times more powerful than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. It has now been mixed into different drugs by the drug cartel to form a number of concoctions. The National Institute on Drug Abuse found that in 2021 there were 70,600 fentanyl drug overdose deaths that were reported in the U.S. It's not just about fentanyl, however, there are also other illegal drugs that are pouring into our country as well. The drug cartels are controlling our borders and we need to take the border back. This increase of illegal drugs in our borders threatens our national security. Federation for American Immigration Reform shares on their website that each day without an effective border barrier means an increased threat to both the American public and national security, not only from illegal aliens, gangs, drug smugglers, and human traffickers, but also from terrorists who might infiltrate the next wave of illegal aliens. Numbers of people living under the radar in America threatens our security. One study from Federation for American Immigration Reform shows that midway through fiscal year 2023, at least 400,000 illegal aliens have evaded capture at the southern border. A report from the Washington Times shares that nearly 3% of illegal immigrants in Arizona end up in state prison or jail over the course of a year. Which is 4 times the rate of U.S. citizens and legal residents in New Jersey. In New Jersey, illegal immigrants are incarcerated 5 times more often, and rates on the West Coast are triple that of legal residents and citizens, according to the study by Federation for American Immigration Reform in 2019. Because of these illegal immigrants coming into the United States, taxpayers have to pay for their stay here. Federation for American Immigration Reform found that at the start of 2023, the net cost of illegal immigration for the United States at the federal, state, and local levels was at least $150.7 billion US dollars. An opinion contributor for The Hill reports one of the major drivers of the increasing costs is the 4.2 million children of migrants who automatically become American citizens. Taxpayers are indeed on the hook for over $45 billion in state and federal education spending annually, not to mention the added burden of increased social welfare dollars. Much of the almost $30 billion in medical and assisting funds is sparked by the fact that the non-citizen families in the United States are twice as likely to receive welfare payments than native-born families, in a report by Kristen Tate, 2019. Some analysts were critical of the border wall that Trump and his administration started to build, saying that it would be an estimated $11 billion funding project. However, $11 billion to build a wall for added security does not seem to be that much when you look at the $150.7 billion that taxpayers are paying for these illegal immigrants. We should not be paying for these illegal immigrants and their costs that they bring with them, although we have to because nothing in this world is free. So by increasing border security, we can reduce the numbers of people coming in illegally and drive the monetary value that taxpayers are paying down for these illegal immigrants. From fentanyl pouring into our country to unidentified illegal immigrants to increased taxes, we begin to see a couple reasons why the border crisis is such a major issue for America. Because our borders are under attack and underprotected, we as American people are facing record high levels of fentanyl pouring into our country, an increase of threat in regard to national security, and illegal immigrants are costing taxpayers billions of dollars. I'll end by sharing recommendations of action for the border crisis given by U.S. Senators Marco Rubio and Jim Risch. They published a report titled Biden's Border Crisis, examining policies that encourage illegal migration. Key recommendations of the report include to extend Title 42 until the end of the COVID-19 health emergency, to reinstate the migrant protection protocols and asylum cooperative agreements, and target U.S. assistance in Mexico and northern Central America towards strengthening the capacity, funding, and staffing of migration management and law enforcement agencies in those countries, and also to leverage existing bilateral extradition treaties to prosecute transnational criminal actors in facilitating illegal migration to the United States. With these implementations, as well as the reinforcing the Remain in Mexico policy, I believe we as America can begin to get a grip on our border security and be able to better protect the American people.